Okay, blessings everyone. This is Yanni, the only logologist. So this video, I'm going to leave it open because it's a question that I'm going to ask and you guys could leave your comments. What is the worst advice that you've gotten pertaining to your hair, and how did that advice that you got cause some type of damage or did something to your hair that you didn't take the advice? So what is the worst advice you've gotten? So I'm going to talk about, this is Michelle. This is her first time seeing us. This is nice and warm. Tell me if this is not too warm, right? Okay, perfect. This is Michelle. Beautiful long hair is past her butt, right? She's had her locks for many, many years. And while Jimmy is washing it, because of the length of her hair, and because she's meeting us for the first time, Jimmy did a bath for her, right? And had the hair soaking. So what I have two things I have that is amazing. I have a very good sense of hearing and a very good sense of smell. Like, I can smell food from under the sea. I have a very good sense of smell. It's the weirdest thing. Can't see for shit, but I can smell and hear really well. But anyway, so while Jimmy's finishing up her hair, I noticed I'm getting this odor. So I asked her, and disclaimer, this lady is well dressed, she's well put together. It's not a hygiene thing I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with that. It's about bad advice she got due to social media, right? So I turned around and I asked her, I said, Michelle, have you been putting henna in your hair? If you guys watch my videos, know I hate henna. All my clients who uses it, I know it's natural and all of that. I always ask them, why are you using henna? That thing does make your hair smell like a foot. An old foot. I hate henna. And I personally find it makes people hair crispy. So anyway, she's like, no, I'm not using henna. I said, what do you put on your locks? She's been putting Jamaican castor oil, not just on her scalp, down her locks. I said, sis, as soon as Jimmy's done with you, we need to have a nice little talk, right? So Jimmy was done with her, and while her hair is drying, what she explained to me is that she basically, and tell me if I'm going right with this, Michelle, she basically was taking wrong information. She's doing stuff like soaking her hair with apple cider vinegar. She's putting product on her locks. What was the last creamy thing you said you used?
I can't remember the name of it.
But it was creamy? Right. So she's putting product on her locks. Bad advice. Bad advice. I've said this before and I've said it again. When it comes to people with locks, all us lock people, oiling your scalp that's it. That is it. You do not need to put anything on your locks. The living part of your hair, of your locks, is your scalp and what's beneath it. Because we do not comb our hair, and some of us have different textures. She has a texture similar to mine. Some people have textures that trap moisture. That means if moisture trap, odors are going to trap, right? A lot of you are putting stuff that you follow on social media, like apple cider vinegar. I can't tell you how many clients have sat in my chair, and I'm like, you put in apple cider vinegar. How you know? Because your hair smells frowsy. I can smell it. It's not a hygiene thing. I can smell the apple cider vinegar because you haven't washed it out. And besides, you didn't need apple cider vinegar. A lot of you are taking advice on social media and putting stuff that does not need to be put into your hair. And though your hair is nice and long and healthy like her, what happens is your hair develops an odor. That is why there's a stigma to locks. That people with dreadlocks or locks, we don't wash our hair, we don't bathe. That was since back in the 70s, because I'm a 70s child, right? I'm a Gen X. So people in my mother, my father age group, because I was born in a Rasta culture, there's this stigma that we don't wash our hair, which is furthest from the truth. We don't bathe, we hair smell, stink. We have heard it all. I have heard it all growing up in a Rasta culture. Again, be mindful of what you're putting in your hair. When it comes to apple cider vinegar, most of you don't even need it. Though apple cider vinegar it may, not for everyone it does, because you're doing it completely wrong, it may cleanse your locks. If you just open apple cider vinegar and take a whiff of that thing, it smells like a foot also. That smells footsie. Right? And you're putting it in here, and if you have locks and long as beautiful as this sister here, you even wash that thing out properly, right? I have had so many clients that sit in my chair when I told them, and I always put a disclaimer and say, Michelle, Candace, Kevin, whoever, I'm not telling you you smell bad or your hair smell bad. Your hair just has an odor, right? There are a lot of clients I have that has corporate jobs, and I always tell them, because I'm honest, I'll just say, I promise you, your co-workers are talking behind your back. Especially if you're in a white, are you dealing with a lot of white people? Yeah, they will come up and, I love your dreadlocks, your braids, and behind your back, they're like, you don't think, Karen, you don't think Michelle here has a slight odor? Believe me, I have seen it all. In fact, I've told clients and they say, oh my God, someone asked her, like, what do you wash your hair with? I said, that was her way of saying your hair has a smell to it. Another thing that causes hair to smell is people who spray. I did a video on that, and the amount of people that came after me who still didn't get it. If your hair is dry and you think in spraying water would moisturize your hair, it doesn't. Because what happens to water? It evaporates. That's why when we take showers and we get out of the shower, we have to put on lotion because our skin, lotion, coconut oil, whatever you put on your body, because our skin is dry. We have to lotion our hands, especially this time of the year. Water doesn't moisturize. It just makes your hair damp. The minute that water evaporates, it's going to go back to being dry and crispy. However, if you have a texture like this young lady, this queen, and me, if we were to spray water in our hair, it stays a little longer. You're going to get that dampy smell in your hair, right? So you do not want to spray water in your locks. You are going to get used to the odor. You are. I can't tell you how many clients I've sat in my chair and they're like, wow, I didn't smell it. Because it's on your body. So you don't know that it becomes your personal scent. You don't know your hair has an odor. And it's not a bad odor like Michelle didn't shower yesterday or today and she just came here being stink. Her hair doesn't smell bad. It just has an odor. Put in Jamaican black castor, which has a strong smell. Put in whatever product, the apple cider vinegar, washing her hair with shampoos. We forget to add that part. All of that builds up because how you wash your and how Jimmy washes your two separate things. That after years, how long have you been doing this?
24 years.
Oh shit. Ooh, that's a long time, queen. Shit, that's as long as I've been in the country. So since 2000? Mm-hmm. This is the real length or you cut it? Never. Huh?
Never cut it.
Never cut yet, this long. Alright, so for 24 years. So all that building up in your locks, it becomes like a wall. You're just adding stuff. And two things are going to happen. Your locks become very heavy. They're full of product. And it's going to get an odor. Okay, so leave your comment. Let me know what bad advice you got that, even if it wasn't about products, it could have been about retwisting your hair, all of that stuff, whatever it is, let me know. And I'm about to do her hair. She has beautiful new growth. I'm going to be excited doing her hair, and you guys are going to see what it looks like when I'm done. I'm about to give her a nice scalp massage, just slight thinning on the top, which she thinks is due to the length of her hair and the weight, but I'm going to talk to her about that. And Jimmy did give her a follicle treatment, which she said, I never got that before. I said, girl, we're not training it. All right, we make sure you get your money's worth with us. Did you enjoy your wash though? You did? Right. Okay, so you guys are going to see. Leave your comments. Let me know what you got to say. Stay tuned for the last part. And your hair color looks nice. Your natural hair color is brown, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it's nice and it doesn't look dull anymore. Okay, guys, we are done. Jimmy, tell me if you see my hand in that video, please. That's my hand, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are done. This took about, hold on. About 45 minutes to an hour to do. Alright, so one of the things, the other bad advice she got was as I said, putting product in her hair, right? But she was putting it in, it wasn't just on her scalp, she was putting it on the locks itself, alright? Avoid, I said this earlier on, avoid putting stuff, even if it's oils, your locks don't need it. That is a complete myth. Your locks do not need it. She's amazed how light her hair feels now. When she came, it was like wood, right? It smells a lot different because Jimmy pulled I would say 85% of the stuff she was putting out. So the odor is way better now. Again, this is not me being rude saying she smell bad or her hair smell bad. It just smells like product. But the people who are, we live in a society now where everybody's triggered and offended, even though I'm not talking to you directly. It's crazy how people are today. And that is why we live in a society today where people want to be lied to. That's not my personality. I will tell somebody the truth, because the last thing I want is any of my clients, new or old, meaning either a new client like yourself or older client who've been with us for years, to be at a job, an event, or some, even though I'm not there to hear it, I don't want anybody talking about my clients' beautiful locks behind their back with some preconceived notion that, oh, people with locks don't wash their hair, be nasty, whatever, right? So that's one of the things that she's going to stop doing. Another thing that, am I missing anything? Any other craziness I was doing? Was so much. Right? Just less is more. I said this in a video previously and I'll say it again. Truth does not need to be altered. For the people who've been watching my videos, following it for years, I am very repetitive. I'm not crazy. And people, oh, she keep repeating herself. They don't think I know that. But people, humans, we don't listen. We have short attention span. So I am repetitive on purpose. I've been saying the same thing since I started my first video. When it comes to locks, I don't care about any of the natural hair, loose natural, whatever. Perms, Jerry curl, I don't care. But when it comes to locks, the key to having not just a healthy head of hair, forget about the length, forget about the thickness of the lock, just your own hair, what is healthy for your body. The key to it is less is more. That's why when you see me post videos of clients saying, this is Michelle, this is Sharon, she's been with me when her locks was here, and now you see me holding out the locks. You always see everybody here looks nice and bouncy, because Jimmy and I didn't say, you know what, Yanni, we got the leverage, we changed, we're going to stop doing all that stuff, and now they experience what a beautiful head of locks look like. So leave your comments, let me know what crazy advice you followed at some point in time in your lock journey. Did it have to do with product? Were you putting a bunch of washing your hair with anything you get your hands on? That's just crazy. Was somebody telling you to, one of the mistakes, I did miss something. One of the mistakes she was making, because she thought that was the right thing, she's oiling her scalp 2 to 3 times a week. That's crazy. That is too much. You guys always hear me say, our hair is like a plant. If you overwater a plant, and I'm not telling you a plant that's outside, an ordinary house plant, if you water it, your plant is going to die. There is such thing as overdoing something, right? So she's oiling her scalp 2 to 3 times a week. That is too much. She's already using castor oil, which is good. Right? She's not allergic to it, so that's good also. Castor, for those of you who are not allergic and using castor oil is a very thick oil. It's like an extended release pill, if you know how medication works. You don't need to use that oil every 2 to 3 times a week. I tell my clients, and she has a texture that holds on to oil, which is good. I told her, I said, listen, because it's winter and you live in New York, you just oil your scalp maybe once every 7 to 10 days. That is enough. And in the summer, she's my age group, so we all going through the change. You all know what it's like. We don't want to be having too much stuff to increase more heat in our bodies. You know, girl, you know, right? In the summer, I told her, I said, girl, just drink your water. She works up. She's healthy. She's fit. Right? I said, sis, you're drinking your water. Oil your scalp once every 2 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks in the summer. Okay, so that is also bad advice. Your oil, you thinking, oh, I oil it because when I feel it, it feels dry. What you feel and what is 2 separate things. This time of the year, everybody here feels dry. 2 times of the year, your hair tends to feel dry. It's in dead of winter when it's cold like this, and then in hot summer. It's just that the moisture in your hair is being evaporated. Okay? This is not making you think, should not make you think your hair, when you touch this and this feel crispy, should not make you think your hair is dry. It's not about your hair, it's about the scalp. Just oil the scalp. And as black people, you all already know we produce amazing, beautiful oils. That's why we don't age the way we age. Our body already creates its own oil. So the sebaceous glands is already secreting some nice oils that our body naturally creates. Okay? So that's another mistake. Stop over oiling. Pick one oil. That's another thing people have done. They mix in a bunch of oils like it's a callaloo. You know what that is. If you're Caribbean or you're Trini, you know what a callaloo is, right? Or a pilau. It's a bunch of stuff you put together. It's a bunch of stuff you put together. It tastes good, but it takes a lot of ingredients to make callaloo. So some of y'all, that's what you'll do it. Alright, so leave your comments. Let me know what bad advice you follow. And not only what bad advice, how did it damage your hair? And most importantly, have you changed your bad and dirty ways? And are you doing better now? Okay, and it's never too late. No matter how long your hair is, it's never too late to know, to just stop doing the most. How does your hair feel, Queen? Good. Now we're going to talk about how we're going to get that top healthy. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. Y'all make callaloo in Guyana? So you know what callaloo is, right? Y'all do callaloo or callaloo soup? Callaloo, okay, because I think Jamaicans just make callaloo soup. That just sounds weird to me. But we all want, so once it tastes good. Yeah, callaloo soup. We make callaloo.